The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
They begin on the ground with Kamara.
And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. Well, these two teams, they met in Tampa earlier in the year with the Bucs prevailing in that one. So if they can win here in Tampa, they'd be able to claim the season sweep.
They go play action. Winston. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
From the 29, Winston. Here's Johnson with a reception.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
On play action, Winston. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Winston. They still can't. And Winston lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
72. Regular. Let's go up. No, 60. Hey,
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. Brady now on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Bucs at 7-3 now on the year, and they've been in a great groove. Winners of 7 of their last 10 now on the year.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Hey, go 66.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 38-yard line. Brady to throw again. A pass underneath for Fournette. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Help him. Go Bandit.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Brady. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
Hey, 66. Hey, check it.
Brady going to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Shadow. Hey, Alabama, Alabama. Ozzie, goal 50.
On 2nd and goal, Brady. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Russell Gage hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point put through by Saka, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are back over the 500 mark for the year. A 3-game winning streak really coming at the exact right time, Charles, to get them back into playoff contention.
And it's always a question of when do you want your football team to peak? And everyone always talks about you want to be playing your best ball going into the playoffs, but sometimes you need your best ball before that time. And this team, going into this stretch of games, they are certainly playing their best football of the year.
And he'll take this one up to about the 23. That run good for 6 yards, but they're still looking up at a 3rd and 15.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Hey, 5 on 50. 5 on 50. Even.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. Jameis to throw it. Trying to lay one up deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Regular. Let's go on. No, 66. Check it, reload.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Yannick Ngakoue in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Deontay Hardy deep for New Orleans. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
To throw again on second down, Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs are going to get the football here at their own 23. He just joined the double-digit party with that last pick. He now has 10 on the season.
And that takes a great amount of skill, study, a tad bit of luck. But bottom line, he's had a heck of a season.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
I don't
think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field, but if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Pass complete. Finds Thomas going across the middle. Winston to Thomas, and it's a New Orleans first down. Winston now. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. After the sack on first down, Winston is going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Winston. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a fourth down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Alabama, easy.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Throwing on first down is Brady. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that. but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down.
Ready.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 2nd down, Kamara.
They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. Now it's 3rd down and inches. Third and short yardage, Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now Winston on 4th down.
Got an open man. It's Olave.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to give them a little bit of credit for fortitude there. 4th and inches, and they don't run the football. Normally, you just wedge your way through, fall forward, find the yardage. They took a shot and put it in the air, and it paid off.
Maybe they saw the defense overcommitting.
A lot of confidence there, though, because even if they overcommit, you just want to make sure you get the 1st down. You throw an incompletion on 4th down there, they're going to second-guess you the rest of the game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Kamara. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Play fake. Winston. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara.
And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Winston. Bulldozes past him. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And with just 1 second remaining in the 1st half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Zerline's kick is up and through. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with a Bucs out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw on target to Godwin here. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24.
Sugar! 72.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Brady now on first down. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
No, 66.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
72.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Brady again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, Winston. He sets to fire deep. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick. And that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Now Winston. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it.
And the Buccaneers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
So after the INT, it's Brady.
They'll swing this out to Fournette. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
From just shy of midfield, Brady looking middle, and that's complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Brady now on first down. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That one goes for 36 yards. On first and goal, they'll try the option left. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, second and goal.
He's going to keep this again.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here, back to the 2. So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? Third and goal. From the gun, it's Brady. And that is caught. And he has now tied the record. Touchdown. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time.
There he goes, right side. The 20. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Chris Olave.
76 yards.
And the Saints get a bit closer.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 21-17. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Flush to his right. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. A shotgun give to Fournette.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Hey, Alabama. Ozzie!
On first down, Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Winston on 3rd and 2. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Ready. Flip.
Winston to throw for it on 4. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Buccaneers' defense holds, and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Alert!
Throwing now is Brady. That caught by Tremble. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Brady going to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Brady's throw there complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 15-yard line.
72. Regular. Let's go up. No, 60.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
And he holds it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. The fourth touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Bucs are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead is up to 15 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
Ready. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
The first down throw for Winston. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 35 yards. And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit. Zerline good with a PAT as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it, and they'll take it out to the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Now Brady. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Hey, 66.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Brady to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Hey, Alabama.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Completes it again to Gage. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 2nd down and 3, ball on the 7. Again, it's Brady. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady. And the Bucs have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
On third down, Winston. This one taken in by Olave. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Play action now, Winston. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. And it's good, so that will get them back within 1 score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Back to throw, Brady. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
Alert! Alert!
And they'll send the slot in motion left. To throw is Brady. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
I'm surprised with the lead in a 1-score game this late. They're even putting the ball in the air in that situation.
Almost makes me feel like the head coach might be second-guessing himself by not clicking on and saying, all we're doing is running it here. But give credit to the guys on defense. They made a play that they absolutely had to have to give themselves a chance to be in this game.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like that there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's throwing it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield.
A big-time play there for New Orleans. 41 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Winston to throw.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Here's Winston.
Got an open man. It's Olave.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Winston. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Forced out to his left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
keep in mind he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this will go out of bounds. How about that for an ending? Wild finish. Came down to the...
We spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Pitch came to Jonah. Yeah, I'm still independent. They sold 1 million records, yeah. Used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest.